to all my peeps, and welcome to AI Innovations Unleashed, the podcast for those who want to discover more in the world of artificial intelligence. I'm your cybernetic host, Nex, and my other non-cybernetic half is here as well, known by only two initials, JR. And here goes the greatest joke you've ever heard. I named my hard drive Titanic because it's always sinking.
Oh my. Anyways, welcome back to AI Innovations Unleashed. I'm your host, JR, and today we have a very special episode in honor of Women's History Month. Every March, we take time to celebrate the achievements of women throughout history, and today we're shining a well-deserved spotlight on the women who have shaped, innovated, and led the field of AI. From the pioneers of computing to today's groundbreaking leaders in artificial intelligence, we'll explore their contributions, their impact, and the future they're building. And joining me today is someone who knows the field inside and out, Dr. Alina Vasquez. She's an AI researcher with an initiative focused on ethical AI development and inclusivity. Dr. Vasquez, welcome to the show.
Thank you, JR. I'm really excited to have this conversation because women have been making major contributions to AI for decades, often without getting the recognition they deserve.
I absolutely agree. Let's start at the beginning. Who are some of the trailblazing women in AI that people should know about?
Oh, there are so many. Let's go back to the foundational figures in computing and AI. First, Ada Lovelace. You can't talk about computing without mentioning her. In the 1840s, she wrote the first ever algorithm intended for a machine, essentially predicting the concept of software before computers even existed. She envisioned machines that could manipulate symbols and even create original compositions, basically the foundation of AI.
You could say Ada was way ahead of her time. And then we moved to the 20th century with women who made AI what it is today, right?
Exactly. One of the biggest names is Grace Hopper. She was a U.S. Navy Rear Admiral, but more importantly for AI, she developed the first compiler, which made it possible to translate human-readable code into machine-readable code. Without her, we wouldn't have modern programming languages, and AI wouldn't be nearly as advanced as it is today.
That's incredible. And I know another early computing legend is Jane Samet.
Yes, Jean Samet developed the programming language COBOL, which became a major force in business and government computing. COBOL is still in use today. Her work laid the groundwork for the structured programming needed in AI development. Then there's Karen Spark Jones, who was a pioneer in natural language processing. Back in the 1970s, she developed the concept of inverse document frequency, IDF, which is still used in search engines and AI today. If you've ever Googled something, you've benefited from her research.
Wow, I had no idea. And natural language processing is huge in AI today. I bet a lot of people don't realize a woman laid the foundation for that.
Exactly. And speaking of AI foundations, let's talk about Barbara Liskov. She was one of the first women in the U.S. to get a PhD in computer science and developed key principles of object-oriented programming, which influence AI architectures today. Then, in more recent decades, Dr. Fei-Fei Li revolutionized AI with ImageNet, which was the breakthrough that allowed deep learning to take off in the 2010s. Her work essentially taught machines how to see, paving the way for computer vision, autonomous vehicles, and even medical AI.
That's wild. So, we have women leading AI in programming, NLP, and deep learning. What about ethics and AI fairness?
That's where people like Timnit Gebru and Joy Bolamwini come in. Timnit co-authored one of the most important papers on bias in AI, showing how facial recognition systems perform significantly worse on darker-skinned individuals. And Joy founded the Algorithmic Justice League, working to eliminate bias in AI.
I love how all these women were tackling different aspects of AI, each building on the work of the others. Were there any others you wanted to highlight?
Definitely. Lynn Conway was a pioneer in microchip design and is considered one of the most influential computer engineers. Redia Perlman invented Spanning Tree Protocol, which made the modern internet possible. AI depends on that infrastructure. Raman Chowdhury has been leading the way in responsible AI development and algorithmic transparency. And Regina Barzilay is using AI for early cancer detection, literally saving lives with AI.
That's incredible. The contributions of these women are everywhere in AI, and yet so many people don't even know their names.
That's why we need conversations like this. The contributions of women in AI have been groundbreaking, but history has a way of forgetting them. It's on all of us to highlight their work and make sure future generations see these role models.
All right, so let's talk about now. Who are the women currently leading AI innovation, whether in research, startups, or major tech companies?
There are so many incredible women shaping AI today, and I love that we're highlighting them. We already mentioned Fei-Fei Li and her foundational work in AI, but she's also making waves as the co-founder of World Labs. Her company is tackling spatial intelligence, essentially helping AI understand the three-dimensional world in a way that's never been done before. This could revolutionize everything from robotics to augmented reality.
That's wild. And she's not the only one making big moves. What about Mira Murati?
Oh, absolutely. Mira Murati was formerly the Chief Technology Officer at OpenAI, the team behind ChatGPT. But now she's launched her own startup, Thinking Machines Lab, which has already raised $1 billion and is valued at around $9 billion. The AI world is buzzing with speculation about what she's building. But one thing is clear. She's bringing serious competition to the AI space.
Wow, it's interesting to see so many former OpenAI execs starting their own AI companies. The field is moving fast. Who else is shaking things up?
Let's talk about Daphne Koller. She's the CEO of Insitro, a company that's using machine learning to revolutionize drug discovery. Instead of spending billions of dollars and years of research on new medications, AI can identify promising drug candidates much faster. Imagine the impact that could have on diseases like cancer, Alzheimer's, or rare genetic disorders.
That's huge. AI isn't just chatbots and self-driving cars, it's literally saving lives. And speaking of ethical AI, I know you wanted to mention Navrina Singh.
Yes. Navrina Singh is the CEO of CREDOAI, which focuses on AI governance, helping companies build AI responsibly and ethically. She's also on the U.S. National AI Advisory Committee, so she's influencing policy at the highest level. With all the concerns around AI bias, misinformation, and regulation, leaders like her are critical to ensuring AI is developed for the benefit of society.
Absolutely. AI can be super powerful, but without proper insight, it can also be super dangerous. That's why ethical AI is such a hot topic right now. And what about the big players in tech? Who's leading AI research at major companies?
One of the biggest names right now is Joelle Pineau, the VP of AI research at Meta. She's been leading efforts to make AI technologies open source and more accessible. Her research is behind some of the cutting-edge AI models we see powering chatbots, robotics, and even Meta's virtual reality initiatives. She's also been a strong advocate for more transparency in AI development, which is a huge deal.
That's an amazing lineup. We've got leaders in AI research, ethics, drug discovery, governance, and spatial intelligence, all driven by women. So it's safe to say the future of AI has some serious female power behind it.
Without a doubt, women are leading in every sector of AI, and as more young women enter the field, the impact is only going to grow. The real question is, how do we make sure more women get into leadership roles in AI? Because while these women are incredible, they're still outnumbered in an industry that's majority male.
That's a great point. What do you think needs to happen for that to change?
It comes down to representation, mentorship, and funding. More companies need to actively invest in diverse AI talent, and we need more funding for women-led AI startups. We also need to redefine the culture in tech spaces so that women feel welcomed and supported at every stage of their careers.
100%. The talent is there. It's just about making sure women get the opportunities they deserve. And from what we're seeing, the future of AI is going to be shaped by everyone, not just a select few. This is quite an exciting time in AI. So, now that we've talked about the incredible women who have shaped AI in the past and those leading it today, but let's be real a little bit. There are still some major challenges that women in AI face. What are the biggest barriers keeping women from advancing in this field?
Great question. Even with all the progress, there are still systemic obstacles that make it difficult for women to enter and thrive in AI. Let's break it down into a few key areas. The gender gap in AI and STEM education. Even though more women are studying computer science and AI, there's still a minority in advanced degree programs and technical roles. Many young girls are discouraged from pursuing STEM fields early on because of outdated stereotypes, like the idea that coding is for guys. Bias in hiring and promotions. Women in AI often face implicit bias in hiring and promotion decisions. Studies show that even with the same qualifications, men are more likely to be promoted to leadership roles. Funding disparities for women-led. Women-founded AI startups receive significantly less venture capital than those led by men. Without funding, it's tough to scale ideas and build AI companies that can compete with major tech firms. Workplace culture and retention issues. Many women leave AI and tech fields due to toxic work environments, lack of support, or feeling isolated. The infamous bro culture in some tech spaces makes it harder for women to feel like they belong. Lack of representation in AI leadership. Less than 20% of AI researchers are women, and when you look at executive leadership in AI companies, that number drops even further. When decisions about AI ethics, policy, and product development are made without women in the room, we end up with biased technology that doesn't serve everyone equally.
Wow, it's not just about getting women into AI, it's about keeping them there and making sure they have a real seat at the table. What do you think needs to happen to fix these issues?
There's no single solution, but here's how we can start making a difference. Engaging the next generation of women in AI. Mentorship programs are critical. Women who are already in AI need to actively mentor young women and girls. Organizations like AI for All, Girls Who Code, and Black Girls Code are doing amazing work introducing AI to diverse young women. We need more AI-focused STEM education in schools, especially in underserved communities. Encouraging women to take leadership roles. Companies should be intentional about promoting women into leadership positions, not just hiring them for entry-level roles. Women in AI should be speaking at conferences, leading research teams, and serving on AI policy boards. Visibility matters. Addressing the funding gap. Investors need to prioritize funding women-led AI startups and actively seek out diverse founders. More women need to be involved in venture capital and AI investment so that funding decisions aren't just made by men. Changing AI workplace culture. Tech companies need to create inclusive, supportive work environments that don't drive women out of the field. Flexible work policies, parental leave, and programs for career advancement can help women stay and grow in AI roles. Representation matters. Seeing women leading AI inspires more women to join. The more women in AI leadership we have, the more young women will see this as a career path for them. Media, schools, and tech companies all need to showcase women in AI as role models.
I love that. It's about creating a cycle where today's women in AI lift up the next generation so that they can go even further. But let's say a young woman is listening right now and thinking, AI sounds cool, but I don't know if I belong in this space. What would you say to her?
I'd say, you absolutely belong in AI. AI isn't just about coding or math. It's about problem solving, creativity, and shaping the future. If you're curious about how AI works or how it affects the world, this field needs you. And you don't have to go it alone. Find mentors, online communities, and organizations that can support you. You have something unique to bring to AI, and trust me, the field will be better because of your contributions.
That is such an important message. Women are the future of AI, and the more we uplift each other, the faster we'll get to a world where AI truly benefits everyone. All right, now, before we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners, especially our young women, with something actionable and uplifting. We've talked about the challenges, but let's focus on the possibilities. If a young woman is listening right now and thinking about getting into AI, what advice would you give to her?
My biggest advice: start where you are. AI can feel overwhelming, especially if you don't have a traditional tech background. But the truth is, AI isn't just about coding. It's about solving problems, thinking critically, and shaping the future. If you're curious about how things work, how people interact with technology, or how to make AI more ethical and fair, then this field needs you. Here are a few things you can do right now to start your journey. Get hands-on with AI. You don't have to be an expert to get started. There are beginner-friendly AI tools out there, like Google's Teachable Machine, which lets you train an AI model with zero coding experience. Platforms like Kaggle, Coursera, and edX offer free or affordable AI courses where you can experiment and learn. Join a community. AI can feel intimidating, but you don't have to do it alone. Find a group, whether it's Women in AI, AI for All, Girls Who Code, or even online AI forums, and start connecting with others. Having a support system makes a huge difference. Whether it's a mentor, a study group, or a local AI meetup, surrounding yourself with like-minded people will keep you inspired and motivated. Don't be afraid to ask questions. No one knows everything about AI, not even the experts. So never be afraid to ask questions, reach out for help, or say, "I don't understand this yet, but I want to learn." Every single AI researcher, engineer, and CEO started where you are, with curiosity and a willingness to learn. Believe in your unique perspective. One of the biggest mistakes AI has made is being built by only one type of person. AI is shaping our healthcare, justice systems, education, and workplaces. So we need more diverse voices leading the way. Your background, your experiences, and your way of thinking matter. AI that reflects different cultures, genders, and perspectives is stronger and more ethical. Find role models and pay it forward. Look for women in AI who inspire you. Read their work, watch their talks, and learn from their journeys. And as you grow, remember to reach back and help the next generation. Whether it's mentoring, teaching, or simply encouraging another young woman to pursue AI, your impact will multiply.
I love that. Start where you are. That's such a powerful mindset shift. So many people think that they have to have a PhD in machine learning before they could even think about AI, but in reality, AI is something you can start exploring at any level.
Exactly. Some of the most impactful AI leaders today started with nothing but curiosity. They didn't wait for permission, they just started. And here's the thing, AI isn't just about machines, it's about people. The future of AI is going to be built by those who are bold enough to challenge the status quo, ask tough questions, and demand that AI serves everyone.
That's so powerful. And I think the perfect way to close this conversation, the future of AI isn't just something that happens. It's something we build together. And women are going to play a massive role in shaping what AI looks like for generations to come.
Absolutely. If you're listening right now and you're even remotely interested in AI, go for it. The world needs your voice, your perspective, and your ideas. AI is the future, and guess what? So are you.
Dr. Vasquez, this has been such an inspiring and eye-opening conversation. Thank you so much for sharing your insights and encouraging the next generation of women in AI.
Thank you, JR. And to all the women out there, AI needs you. Keep pushing forward.
And before we go, I have some exciting news for our listeners. This month, we are kicking off an 8-part series titled Essential AI 101, Bridging the Knowledge Gap. If you've ever wondered what skills will be most in demand in AI, how to break into the field, or what the next generation of AI advancements will require, you don't want to miss this series. We'll be deep diving into topics like machine learning fundamentals, AI ethics, prompt engineering, automation, and the future of AI careers, everything you need to stay ahead of the curve. So if you're looking to upskill, transition into an AI position, or just staying in the know about this rapidly evolving field, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single episode. And as always, if you enjoyed this conversation, please rate, share, and spread the word, especially during March, Women's History Month, when we should all be uplifting the incredible contributions of women in AI and science. This has been AI Innovations Unleashed. Until next time, keep innovating, and remember, innovation never sleeps.